The solar eclipse on March 20th is at the very last degree of Pisces, 29 degrees of Pisces. And that is conjunct a fixed star called Shiat. Shiat is a star, fixed star, that has a negative connotations, considered an unfortunate star of, they call it sorrow and suffering. Well, it sounds a little bit tough, but it can indicate that there may be some elements of this eclipse that may be a little bit tough. And the higher purpose of it is release. There's something about releasing. There's something about compassion. So I am an astrologer for personal astrology versus mundane astrology, although this particular eclipse just begs to be talked about in the world, on the world concept. But personally, what you would want to do is look to where 29 degrees of Pisces falls in your personal chart and ask yourself, is there any place that I'm suffering over this? You know, humanness. Oh, I wish it was this way. Oh, if only that. You know, sometimes a little bit of the pity party of life. Oh, I have so much suffering about this, or I have a lot of pain. And look to see where you can release this, because the larger context of what we're working with is the exact Pluto-Uranus square. They're both at 15. It was totally exact just a few days ago. And that is that revolutionary energy that's going on. The overthrow of government, the overthrow, the personal revolution. So where in your life do you want your own personal revolution? And part of this is about, where are you suffering? You know, what changes do you want to make where you let go of suffering and make a transformation? Pluto is transformation. You let something from the past die. Just let it go and embrace the newness, embrace change. Now, the other interesting concept, interesting message from the universe here is that this solar eclipse, this new moon, is at the midpoint between Neptune and Mars. There's 22 degrees between the new moon and Mars and the new moon and Neptune. So what does it mean when you have a solar eclipse caught at the midpoint between Neptune and Mars? Is that you're going to be bringing in the element of Mars-Neptune. Now, Mars-Neptune can be very debilitating in terms of your energy, your motivation, or uncertainty or confusion. Oh, I'm suffering. I wish something was different, but I don't know what to do about it. Well, Mars-Neptune also, it's saying, connect to the spiritual level. Work on the spiritual side. Work with that essence of being able to connect in some way with the intuitive side. Put your Mars action energy into a spiritual endeavor. It does really beg to be looked at from the mundane level, as this eclipse will be visible from England through Scotland. Look, here's the eclipse trail from where it will be visible. And mundane astrologers or ancient astrologers would look at an eclipse. If you could see the eclipse from your country, they would shout to whoever was in power. It's like, oh, you know, big message here. There could be this, there could be that. So conjunct this fixed star of sorrow and suffering, they would say that there could be something in terms of the ruler of the country or the people in the country where there could be problems. There could be a situation that comes up. And the moon in a mundane chart represent the people. Where would the people may suffer? right? And the deal is, if you're seeing it over England, well, let's take a peek at the chart of England. Now, this is the exact time is in dispute, but and this is what happened is in December 25th, there was a king crown, okay? That this is the December 31st, you have to convert it to the calendar, the old calendar versus the new calendar. Still, here's the chart of England, and here you have Moon being the people at the same degree as this eclipse. And it is suggesting that there's something about the population or the people in England that may be frustrated, that may feel that they are not, being able to be expressed or heard. And also, the Mercury in the chart for England is being aspected with that Pluto-Uranus square. Mercury in general, among other things, can represent the youth, the younger people. So some of this can be is the younger people may feel very frustrated in the opportunities that are presented or not presented. We'll see what happens. But for you personally, looking at this eclipse, how will it impact you? Look at your own chart and where it falls. Ask yourself, is there anything I'm suffering about in my life, and what can I let go of? What can I take a more spiritual perspective on it? And then in terms of life changes, if you are born around March 19th, March 20th, March 21st, then this will be a lot more personal to you. Or if you have a personal planet at 28 degrees, 29 degrees, or 0 degree of Pisces, or 0 degrees of Aries, then this eclipse will be more personal to you, meaning that an event in your life, according to the nature of the planet in your chart, will change. Thanks so much for listening, and happy solar eclipse and new moon. And maybe if you're in England, you'll be fortunate enough to be able to view the solar eclipse and experience it from firsthand from Vision Sight.